Miles Robinson of Atlanta United next with us here on Futbol Americas. Miles, great to have you with the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So what do you do in the off-season? How do you spend the time?
Well, this off-season I was pretty much just rehabbing my Achilles, but other off-seasons I like to, travel, spend times with family.
Tell us about the Achilles. Where are you at?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm feeling really good, really fit, healthy. The strength's back, so I'm excited to get out there.
You know, I've been there with that lengthy layoff of an injury, a knee injury, months and months of rehab, and I was in an off season. You were an integral part of the U.S. men's national team. You helped them get to the World Cup. What was it like for you, one, watching them play in Qatar, and two, kind of seeing guys that maybe weren't in the picture starting?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a tough pill to swallow at some points, but I think it's one of those things that it happened. You got to just recognize that fact that you can't change it now. So you just got to take what you can from it, and that's definitely a type of fire that's burning, burning in within me, and I'm excited to use it as motivation.
So we see a lot of injuries in soccer, but I feel like a lot of them are knee injuries, right? You don't see as many Achilles, but anytime somebody does an Achilles, you hear like not horror stories, but you hear of just how tough it is, how it's not an ACL, it's not a broken leg, it's something different. What is it about the Achilles that's so tough for somebody that's never been through it?
I think it's just all long-term injuries can be tough. I don't know whether it's as tough or as easy, as the ACL or something like this, but for me personally, it was just a matter of, taking it day by day. That's all I could do. But I had trust in, my athletic trainers at Atlanta United, and, my friends and family were a good support group for me. So I tried to, stay positive, and I thought I did stay positive for pretty much the whole time that I was hurt. And now the fact that I'm actually slowly getting back training, seeing the guys every day during preseason, I think that just kind of sparks me to, finally take that next step forward.
You've got the green light. You've pretty much been working out for like 8+ months. How do you feel?
Now I feel good. I feel like this was a type of period in my career where I got to, work out my lower body, especially, rehabbing, lower body, muscles where I haven't in my whole career. And I think that type of, strength training is something I will definitely benefit throughout my career. And I'm definitely feeling strong and fit, so I'm excited.
The injury just comes at such a horrible time. I'm sure there's no good time for an injury,
right.
But you're in the middle of a great season with Atlanta. You're on the road to a World Cup. I mean, most people...
He was center back one, right?
Totally. I think most people had you penciled in, certainly on the roster. When it happens, what did you feel?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely immediately was because I knew it was an Achilles, so I knew...
Felt it roll up in there.
I just felt like if someone kicked me from behind, you look behind you, no one's there, so based on stories I've heard prior, that it was an Achilles, so I knew I was going to be out potentially for the World Cup, and that's something that clicked immediately in my head, and is just a whole bunch of emotions. But I talked to Greg a few hours after. He said this is what's happened. So all you can do now is just react, and it's based on how you react, whether it's a positive situation in your life or negative, pretty much. And I'm definitely hoping it's a positive because right now I feel really good, and I'm excited to take this season head on.
Well, let's talk about that reaction you're going for. Atlanta United first, and then U.S. men's national team. What are your goals?
Yeah, I mean, first with Atlanta United, we've got a new team. We're going to have new faces around. So it's about getting to that tight-knit group that we need to be in order to be successful. We need to depend on each other. We have to hold each other accountable. And I think if we do that, we'll be successful. But it's a matter of, just working hard, trying to get better every day. And I think if we do that, we'll have a pretty good season. I think the ceiling's high for us. So obviously you go into a season wanting to win everything. So I think that's my mindset personally.
How different do you think you'll be as a footballer? Not physically, but more up here,
Yeah, I think genuinely, I think I'll be better because now I recognize how grateful you have to be, to actually step out there, I was watching our guys play for 8 months. I, was watching from the couch the World Cup, And like I said, that fire is burning inside me. So I think I'm going to play with a different type of hunger and, ferocity.
You mentioned the World Cup. We just had one of your teammates stop by a couple hours ago. He didn't bring the World Cup medal, but he's got a nice tattoo
My man's tatted up.
of the World Cup. I mean, when you see your guy, Iago Aspas, winning a World Cup, playing next to Messi, like, how does that make you feel?
No, it's pretty sweet, to be fair. He showed me, some videos celebrating on his phone, Yeah, like you said, he's got his tattoo on his leg. I told him if I won it, that would be on my face or something because that's the real deal. You're a champion forever. So, that's, obviously props goes out to him. He's a great player. You can see it every time you step on the field with him because he has great quality. So yeah, hopefully he can bring what he's learned out there in Qatar, and he can bring it to us, and show what he's got.
I don't want to discredit Iago, but does this make it tangible? Does this make it like, wow, like this man just won a World Cup. I work with him every single day. Like the next level is tangible, is there.
Definitely, I think throughout my career, whether it's been U18, men's national team camps, and I'm a player at Syracuse, seeing these guys already signed professionally, I say, oh, I can play with these guys. I can go pro. Same thing, you go to the next level, maybe these guys are here, maybe these guys are there, but you're playing with them, you're competing with them, and you're letting them know that you can play too. So I think it's that same type of mentality. He went to the World Cup, he won the World Cup, but you better believe our guys are going to, compete with him day in and day out, prove themselves.
All right. Miles Robinson, great to have you with us here on Futbol Americas. Thanks for the time, and good luck this season with Atlanta United.
All right, thanks, guys.
Miles Robinson, 67% duels won, best in the league since 2018 with at least 5,000 minutes played. That's an amazing rate of duels won. Good conversation with him.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.